Hello and welcome back to Pantheon of the Geeks. I'm here with Clare,
Hello.
and as you can see, we have the Stormclaw set all stuck together. Again, these are just the normal miniatures you can buy anywhere else already in box sets, with the exception of Goruk and Crom. But even though they are the normal box sets with all the parts, it is worth noting if you do intend to play the campaign. There are units like the Wolf Guard who do have to come with the Heavy Flamer and built up exactly like this. The book does show you how the units are made up. Just quickly show you the book. For instance, the Wolf Guard are there, and you're going to have to look at the picture if you want to replicate them, because the instruction manuals, even though they tell you to put the models together, they are the standard instruction manuals you get with the normal box sets. So they're not going to tell you to put them together like this. Okay, and you do need to put them together like this because the unit have specific. I don't know if you can see that on the camera or not. They have specific weapons and setup that they need for the campaign itself. So just briefly. The Wolf Guard are there at the back. They're on Terminator armour. The leader's got a frost sword, and there's one with a thunder hammer and storm shield. One's got a heavy flamer and power fist, and there's got a storm bolter and a power fist, and there's got a chain fist and a storm bolter. So you do have to build them like that, even though you've got all the options in there to build them as a normal set. So if you're not bothered about doing the campaigns, you just want the models, that's fine, you can build them however you want. But if you do want to do the campaigns, you'll have to build them as they are in this book here. The next two Space Wolf squads are Hengist Iron Axe's Grey Hunters, which are that one there. And as you can see there, I'll just tell you what it says in the book, what they need. Hengist himself has to have a power axe, he stood at the front with the standard on his back. Another Grey Hunter with a plasma pistol and chainsword, another one with a plasma gun, and two with bolt guns. So that's how they have to be made up. Then we've got the Blood Claws. There they are, Blood Claws. And that's Eagle or Egil, Red Fist. Can't make my mind up how you say his name. But he comes with a power fist and a bolt pistol. You can see it right in there. And another one comes with a plasma pistol, and the rest of the squad have bolt pistols and chainswords. There you go. So yeah, and the Orks, they follow a similar pattern as well. Just find them. The knobs themselves, here they are, the knobs. They'll come with sluggers and stick bombs. Scrackhead Smasher, who's the leader of the knobs, has a chopper and a boss pole. There's one knob who's just a chopper. And there's a knob with a combi weapon with a scorcher on it. And he also has an ammo grunt, which is why there's a little ammo grunt at the front. And then two knobs have a claw and a boss pole. So that's how they're set up. And then you've got the runts there. The runter has got the grabber stick bombs and a squig hound, so pretty much how he is in the picture. There he is. And then finally for the Orks, we've got Crumpers Killer Khans. There they are. One at the front being Crumper, and he has a Grotzuka. Got a big shooter there and a rocket launcher there. Now this unit comes with a special rule because Crumper's a power mad bully, and he counts as a death dread as far as morale tests are concerned. So they get the extra +1 to dice rolls for not running away, basically. There are some special rules like that in the book. I'm not going into them all, but each group of soldiers, so the Space Wolves as you see them there, and the Orks as you see them there, they do make their own formations. So the Space Wolves is the fierce ice finest, and they come with their own formation rules. Just briefly, while Dragon Gaze is alive, formation of the Furious Charge special rule, and Pack Instincts. If a unit from this formation targets an enemy in the shooting phase and hits with at least one weapon, second and subsequent units from this formation that target the same enemy in that phase can re-roll hits to roll. And it's the same in close combat if one charges, and then the next one can actually re-roll hits in close combat as well. So quite useful really, especially if you use them in tandem with each other. The Orks, they have Gruck's Ripping Crew, and they've got the rules: what Gruck says goes. Whilst Gruckface Gripper is alive, formation can re-roll failed morale, pinning, fear, and cowardly grot tests. And they also have the teleporter attack rule, which means they can deep strike. So quite useful formation rules as well, especially since you get every model in the formation in the box. So briefly on the campaign itself, unlike the first book, which is a lot bigger than just this one, this is more like you'd expect to get in a box set. The first book goes into battles you can play between the Imperium and the Orks on a large scale on any points you want, whereas Stormclaw, you can play the battles in Stormclaw with the models here, just like Dark Vengeance and the previous 40k box sets. You played the campaign with the models you've got in front of you, so it's nice for a little nice skirmish game. And obviously you can add these models then onto bigger battles later on, which haven't been announced yet, but it does say several times through the book that there will be more Sanctus Reach materials coming out. I don't see why not as well, because it is quite good. I am enjoying it. The story is very good. Obviously this is a much shorter, the second one's a much shorter book than there you go, that's how thick it is compared to the standard sort of size of the Red War book, which also has a lot more material in it, but you'd expect that because it's a lot more expensive for a book itself. But I'm enjoying them so far. I'm enjoying putting them together. Even though they're not new models, I don't have any Space Wolves anyway, so I enjoyed putting them together. I've got a lot of parts left over, so I can get some of my normal Space Marines and stuff together upstairs, and perhaps make a few modified Space Marines into Space Wolves to increase the size of my army. And obviously this has increased the size of my Ork army as well, which is pretty good. I do intend to paint the Killer Khans as Bad Moons. That's the only thing I'm going to do different, but obviously in the book they're always Goths. I'll paint the rest of these as Goths, and I have other Orks as Goths as well. That's how I'm going to paint them up. But if anyone's interested in watching me and Claire play through the campaign itself in Stormclaw, just using these models, let us know in the comments, because we can play through and we can video it, and you can see who wins out of Crom and Gruck to use best. And I think that's about it I've got to say really. There's nothing else really came out of it. I did enjoy reading it, like I said. I've enjoyed putting it together, and I think it's a really good set. I'd still recommend buying it if you're interested in either of these two armies or Sanctus Reach. Claire?
Pretty much the same really, what you've said. I put some of the Space Wolves together, which were really nice to put together, really easy. I wasn't around to put the Orks together. I was too busy watching the match.
Oh yeah. And Liverpool won, so
Liverpool
quite happy about that.
Against Preston. I was happy with that. But yeah, other than that, the box set's very good, and I look forward to reading the books, as I haven't read them yet, so I'll be reading them enthusiastically.
Okay, so thanks again for watching. Again, if you've got any comments you want to leave for us, please do. And please subscribe and like the video. Thanks very much. Goodbye.
Bye.